How's it going, guys? Chris Baker again with some more Historic Brawl. Today, we're looking at a deck that is built around a synergy that will almost certainly not work, which is why we're actually looking at the deck as opposed to jumping right into the games. That is Orthion and Intruder Alarm. And the way my brain is working with me is telling me that if I assemble these two cards and a plethora of other cards, I can make infinite tokens by untapping Orthion a bunch. Now, that is the combo synergy of the deck, right? And when you build a combo, they tend to start out really, really clunky. And then they get more refined as you have more experience with them, right? And this is the clunkiest version of this deck that I will put together, at least so far. Like, we have a heavy 3-drop curve. We have, like, weird niche cards that serve a purpose in the combo, but don't necessarily have inherent value by themselves. So it's like, we have a lot of weird stuff going on, and I'm not sure about most of it, but we will see. So I'm just gonna pause here. We're gonna jump into some games, and then we'll talk through what's working and what's not working as we go along. So I will be back in just a second. Okay, so we are hopping into game one. We're up against a adventures deck from the look of things. And I am a little worried. A little bit. So our design is working on the broadest color spectrum that we can. These 4 colors are really the necessary elements to get this off the ground. I think it could probably done, like, at minimum, it could probably be done with just red and blue. But I haven't seen that work yet, so I don't know. So we're gonna Aragorn on it. Oh, that's why. Okay. And we will just ramp a bit. 1 onto the battlefield and 1 in a hand. I probably want another blue source. And probably another green source. Because they're a little bit green. Oh, I probably should have just took a red source, honestly. Although we technically have 2 red sources, and Topiary will get us there. I really want to save, like, Mythos of Alunus for, like, a Biomancer's Familiar. Huh. Opponent? I will attack with Aragorn. I have no way to pump him instance. Okay, our opponent has conceded. That is another problem with the deck. Aragorn is powerful, right? Like, he's not a slouch of a commander. But the only other option in these colors, the only other option in these colors is Omnath, who is not only not a slouch, but pretty just kill on sight by himself. Like, he is a terrifying commander. So, yeah, I don't know. I went with him to avoid the scoop on sights, or to avoid the scoop, immediately scoop upon learning, upon the commander hitting the battlefield. Plus, he makes tokens, so he can kind of combo in his own way. This is fine. I'll keep this. Storm of Saruman is one of those cards that I really want to see to do something. Blue or green colors. What do they mean? Ooh, Orzhov sleeves. A proper control mage here. Probably not, right? Because they are will, which means they're probably life gaining. And I guess you could life gain with control, but like it's do we just one ring and start ticking? We're not black, so it isn't free, but we're up against a blue-white opponent. They really can't afford to have us draw infinite cards. I think in this circumstance we can rely on our opponent answering the one ring. And us just not worrying about it. So what am I getting? Orthion or Biomancer's Familiar? Well, we'll probably need a land to do either. Okay. This is another shot for land. Yes, I want that, please. I have no white sources, so we are still very sad, but... it's probably optimal. Probably. It's another copy spell, but we do have to time things right, and it can help us in other non-timing ways, so... Opponent has gained 2 life. They're going to gain 2 more, which means their next spell costs 4 less. They can feasibly cast a 6-drop this turn. Or a 7-drop, I guess. No, they can cast a literal 9-drop. I think we do this. Chromatic Lantern into Plaza into Wrath of God. Like, we just have to stay alive. We have all of our Wrath in hand, almost. Land? All of these cards are good for what we're trying to do. Some of them are redundant, though, so I guess Mythos of Aluna could have probably gone. But, like, we'd always Mythos or Risen Reef or something. Disgusting. Not as disgusting as I thought it would be. Well, pretty disgusting. How much do we want to bet there's a counterspell? Probably a lot. I think I will wait. You can go, the planes can go, Alunic can go, and duplication. Cyclonic Rift? I guess we have to Primal Command our own One Ring after we draw 5 cards. I mean, we can also just do that. Neato. So let's... Target artifact becomes a copy of another artifact. And then we don't have to worry about dying. So now I just want to get 2 creatures on the battlefield. Guess only one will do. Yeah, this is sad, but... what we got. They were ways off approach. Oh, GG. Didn't realize they had 7 mana. Oh, that was rough. We're getting nowhere close to the combo, and I think that means we need to refine the deck a bit. Hey, we got a mythic, though. Another Agatha's Cauldron. Something that I was desperately looking for, I suppose. How does Marina know these things? I just don't understand. To be fair, though, there aren't... well, I guess there are a couple of mythic that I still want, but they wouldn't be in rewards anyways, because they're like the Enchanting Tales mythics, which are kind of separated from the prize pool there, I think. I will keep this. We have 2 2-mana rocks. Neither one of them help us cast Aragorn, though. I think I'll go free mulligan, actually. This is fine. Jetmir's Garden. Is the Fauna Shaman on 2 likely to survive? I don't know. I'm guessing not. I mean, we'll give it a test. And then we Topiary Stomper and Crackling Counterpart him. Make a couple of frogs. Or do we just go Uro? We don't draw another land. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to live, but... -3, -3. That's a good one, too. I think we just focus on ramping. Blue, I guess? Because that's the only color we don't have for Aragorn. And I guess for any of our stuff, because Jetmir's Garden is not blue. I mean, for the longest time, Ketria's Triumph would have been like the de facto land for this deck, and it's still in there, right? Like, it's not gone, but... So if I do this, I won't have any mana left over. If I do this, I also won't have any mana left over, but I also won't be ramping. If I do this, I'll get a ramp a little bit. I guess I'll just have a frog. And probably another white land. we're one off. Our boy's turning on, so... And if we get to the point where we can cast spells against our opponent, like, there shouldn't be much in the way of fear for us left. They're desperately drawing for land. I think our plan has worked out, but we need to find a way to kill ourselves with the One Ring. Like, that is a peak brand of our experience with the One Ring. It's a really good card, and I know there's a way to do it where you don't kill yourself, but I just have never found that way. So I think we gain a couple life. Now, do we Realmbreaker or do we Navigation Orb? Didn't find it. Well, that's unfortunate. Probably Navigation Orb. It guarantees a remedy for the situation. Our opponent has drawn literally infinite cards. 85 to... What? We've drawn one more, which I don't understand. I guess we've been ramping, which is like drawing cards, except for they go to the battlefield instead of hand. Which is arguably better, but also worse, because lands don't do anything by themselves. They did, nobody would complain about Mana Flood. Those are some sick sleeves. Look at that. That is very, very cool. I like it a lot. That's one of those sleeve designs that if I saw it in the store, I would be very tempted to waste money on it. Even though I know it's probably not optimal for collection building, I'd be tempted. Opponent. Green and blue again. Green go to the battlefield. I mean, they all go to the battlefield in the end, but we will play a Chulane, Teller of Tales. I don't know, because my combo was so creature-based, I felt having like Chulane as a ramp option was decent, right? But at the same time, he's probably too powerful. Like, if he actually goes off and starts drawing us the cards we need to find our combo, the chances of our opponent sticking around aren't as amazing as they would be otherwise. But he does draw out a removal spell immediately, which is... that is something that I like to see. We are working our way towards a Wrath that we don't have. But next turn we can Aragorn and cast a green spell. Which one? I think this one. Blue and red. Our plan is not particularly good at the moment. It's too bad I didn't put an Enchantment Wrath in there. Is there any Enchantment Wrath in this color combination? feel like there has to be. There's a blue one that destroys all creatures, but it's not great. Something Zalfar. There are a couple of red ones that deal damage, and like, I don't think any of them. Well, I think one of them goes up to 4. I think the blue red giant one goes up to 4. So that could be an enchantment wrath that we get a lot in here. Block here, block here. Bolt off the top would be the saddest day. So let's grab some tokens. We're a doubling season, but I might be able to actually find something in white that's decent. We might not, though. Not really, huh? I guess we get Intruder Alarm. We don't really have the support for it, so probably just a battle. Two, three, four, five. We are forced into a position of burrowing our way out of our life's problems, which never feels great, but in practical terms is fairly useful. We didn't search for it, so the creature search won't help us either. Unless we're gonna draw for arrows, we want to find a land, ideally. Mirror box. That could be useful. But I think we just battle for Belgrade right now. No attack. We have the boys. Next turn we can doubling season and like maybe. We could also just mirror box into Croaking counterpart Aragorn and be very happy with our life choices. Interesting. Her tick down would be inconvenient, but it's like it's not the end of the world for us. The overall quality of our creatures is higher. Mana Rock, okay. We're getting a game out of it, even if the deck didn't work like we wanted it to. I don't know, these days, if I get a game out of a deck, I'm more than happy with the performance, because it's harder to get a game out of a deck these days. Rude. Just gonna recast it. Do you have to attack with it, opponent? They just block it. And then you can't search because it wasn't sacrificed. Oh no, it dies. Okay, so still works out. Ooh. Hmm. I think I cast Aragorn. Oh, this was a problem. This was a mistake. How do I recover from that kind of mistake? I'm trying to set up a trying to set up Farewell, but Liliana is a problem in that regard. And honestly, I was probably just better off accepting that this would be the way things are. So my plan is to just play enchantments and then not choose enchantments or graveyards. And then just farewell away our problems. Can I afford to do that? The opponent's graveyard isn't great, so I suppose we can. I mean, we started acting weird last turn, so our opponent might pick up on what we put down, but they might not. I'd be okay with a couple more things thrown my way. We'll block 5 damage. That's reasonable. Yeah, we just want artifacts and creatures. And if they play their thing, we might even get enchantments. Okay, not the thing I was worried about. We can still do it, though. One more. Come on. Torvet, give me this. It's been rough, man. The combo has not worked out. I'm on straws here. Aragorn, you served me well. Artifacts, creatures. Opponent? Thoughts, opinions? Not quite enough mana for that. So we'll just continue to ramp. This is the point of Magic the Gathering. It's putting more lands on the battlefield than your opponent. They don't really have any good creatures. They have one creature. 2. Ragavan is a good creature, never mind. He's a 1-drop, but I don't know. I wouldn't pay. We would probably pay 2 mana for Ragavan. And there's a reasonable argument. Well, yeah, we would, because he has a dash ability, and that is 2 mana, but would we pay 3 mana for Ragavan? I don't know. I need a regrowth now. Why do you have a Death Touch counter? Oh, because of the thing. I get ya. Draw a card. Oh. Well, this should help lock things up. Primal Vigor, you can stay with me. Frogagons are coming. So I need 3 mana for that, which leaves me with 1, 2, 4, 8. I don't have quite enough to double yet. Monkey's here. Bonus stuff is so cheap that they can literally play it all out again. Sad times. So, our plan. We start with this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can actually Primal Vigor and... Yeah, I can Primal Vigor and... you there. Crackling Counterpart. To make the Aragons happy boys. Resolve opponent. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, and hello and good luck. Yeah, I think I will keep that. Opponent. And I think I'll end her off here. Next turn when we cast an Uro, we will be very happy. Do we get to cast an Uro? We do. Okay. You're gonna start sacrificing creatures, opponent? Okay. Grave Pact would have sucked. If they had used her -2, they would have sacrificed 2 of these boys. Or these 2 boys. And we would have had to sacrifice these 2 and these 2. We would have had, like, all 4 of... We would have had our entire turn wiped by our opponent. But that didn't happen. So... That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. But the fact that they just let us go means that the Grave Pact will not be doing anything. Those are all good. We probably went the Zirda on top. We can't cast the Kite card this turn? Because we don't have blue mana? So we'll get our yin down. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. If we get Orthion, like, we might just play that, but otherwise we play our white card. Get 20 more tokens. GG, opponent. Honestly, they had the ability to stop this. So. Yeah, but it was fun to see either way. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.